Hello, this is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. Today we're going to take a look at the coupe, a two-door, a 1995 I believe. And this is kind of a barn find, if you will. It's been sitting forever and somebody tried to do some work on it, and I'll take a look at the common areas that are in question and some crazy setup that I have never seen in my life that was actually done to this engine. Okay, so right now the objective is that to get it to run on all 12 properly. All right, so not going for the interior or anything like that, just the soft close works. Too long though. Yeah, this regulator is dead, it appears. Anyway, wipers are dead, but whatever. Let's take a look at what was. Man, somebody did some wires here and you can see these are rusting away. That's a common thing. There's this resistor that you replace with the older resistors. Okay, fine. The belt was put in as a 6 groove versus 8 groove. If you look at it closely, as you can see, the belt is smaller. It's not as wide as it's supposed to be. I'm just looking at pulleys, you know. Well, anyway, that's not the end of the world. From the good things is that the harness seemed to be a replacement one. Power steering doesn't work. I don't know about the heat. Air conditioner probably doesn't work. And the biggest thing right now is the throttle activation. Mouse was here, ate some wire a little bit. Like I said, this was not an expensive car, and obviously you pay what you get. You get what you pay for, rather. All right, so what do we have here? I already see that we have one of the vacuum line disconnected. Okay, so that's the fuel pressure regulator and the vacuum leak, of course, because of that. And so this is what was done. The throttle bodies themselves, they were rewired, but it's a very poorly made, poorly done, very badly, but whatever. So at least I know this throttle activates. But this one, and this is the monstrosity that I haven't ever seen anywhere. Somebody actually attached a secondary linkage here, okay? And that is super bizarre, because I guess that they rewired this unit too. As you can see, the plug is broken and whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet, but I'm sure that after the rewire, that throttle body still wouldn't activate, and it doesn't activate right now anyway. So I guess somebody drilled into it and just put some sort of a linkage there so it moves manually. Maybe something is broken, but yeah, that has to come off. You can't have this V12 to run properly with this kind of setup. So air cleaner comes out and throttle body is removed, to be removed, and looked and inspected and see what happens. While at it, I'm actually going to take e-gas module out and check that as well, just to see if that throttle body is alive or not, or e-gas module is alive or not. For the brake booster line, this is the part of the original line, and somebody did this contraption here because the original ones are no longer. So somebody put in a check valve, one-way valve. Okay, fine. And another one over there as well, behind, right back behind there. And that's a single, yeah, that seemed to be a single valve. All right, fine. So they tried to fix it the way they could, and I guess that's the best they could do. Again, if there is no vacuum leak, that kind of is okay, because I do make my pipe differently. I leave the original piping. I just cut out the valve and I do it, you know, differently from the way that it's done in this particular case. But nonetheless, right now, the throttle bodies. So if I turn on the ignition, we're going to listen to what it's doing. Mileage is 115,000, which isn't bad. See, we have this one active, this throttle body. This one isn't. This one is absolutely silent. I think they did put in the linkage somehow to move this unit. So I guess the e-gas module is dead on the passenger side unit. Maybe the motor seized up. I don't know. But this is the very, very first look. I know that all 12 cylinders fire up and they run. The engine works. But the throttle, not so much. And although this one, oh God. Oh, I don't even know what they did, because that linkage is stuck now. So you push the pedal, it doesn't want to move. That has to be cut off. I gotta cut it out and make it run properly. Not the way it's set up here, because I don't know what they did back there. Yeah, I see that contraption right there. Somebody welded something. Let's just zoom onto it. Okay. So instead of the return spring, they put in the linkage. That's not right. You do need that return spring to be present. You can't have the linkage instead of the return spring. But nonetheless, so yeah, I have to cut that out and the return spring reinstalled. I guess I have to also look into this area. Now, what's going on here? Oh, poor pump. The door locking pump is trying to activate something. No, not nice. Oh, that's not nice. I don't want it to be burned. Let me see if I can. Maybe it's the lumbar supports. Nope. That's gonna burn the pump. So I'm gonna shut this down. Anyway, we also have check engine bulb removed, I believe. Oh no, check engine is present. ABS ASR lights are definitely removed. That pump is barely alive, so I already hear it. There are also some shorts here. When I push the brakes, the illumination come on. So this that is something else. I'm not talking about the radio climate control and none of that stuff. But first things first, this is where we are. This little piece is bent and just slightly damaged. But like I said, for the price, it's an excellent deal. But yeah, it will need some quality amount of work to put into. So just to get it done and then repaint, because we got rust situation going on in certain areas. I mean, yeah, it's sat outside for years. Clearly can say that. Seems like it was repainted at some point, and the antenna is broken. I don't know about the amplifier yet. You know. Okay, so this is the initial look on what we have here. Oh yeah, the front suspension is way too low. Look at where the wheel is. It's just like way up there. I don't know what happened with some springs. Wrong springs probably put in, because the rear is decent. The front is way too low. Lag bolts are missing. These are from these tires. The rims are from the newer style vehicle. As you can see, lag bolts here, they stick out quite a lot because it's not the right lag bolts and the rims, right? So that is that. It's on the other side. Same story here with these lag bolts. They also stick out. All right. So again, I'm just looking at it the first time, really. I'm not looking at these in this car in depth. Well, whatever. That's the next thing. So before it gets too dark, I'll get to it. Take the throttle body off, e-gas module, take it in the workshop and see what's going on. All right. So this would be all for now. The crack in the headlight. But this would be all for now. This is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.